24th, 2017, 10 o'clock a.m. Hello, I'm Jason Reese. And welcome to Good Morning Batavia, a weekly blog. News, weather, sports, live traffic, plus information. And now live from 332 West Main Street, room number 4. Here I am, your host, Jason D. Reese. Good morning, Batavia. How you doing today? I am your host, Jason D. Reese, for another 30 minutes here for Good Morning Batavia. We have a very interesting show for you. Things are heating up politically, Here are the headlines for today, September 24th, 2017. President Trump, NFL Players Association, Major League Baseball's first kneel, and it's Good Morning Batavia. Friday night, President Trump gave a speech in Alabama when he spoke to his base and said he hopes that the owners fire someone who kneels during the American flag. He then got a backlash from the owners, which included one of his friends, Robert Kraft, of the New England Patriots. So for right now, President Trump is facing a backlash that I don't think he ever expected. But he has his base and he has his supporters. You are disrespecting the Americans who suffered the ultimate sacrifice. You're disrespected and all that stuff. But what they keep forgetting is the Constitution gives you a right to a peaceful protest. And I don't know if it's the fact that he doesn't care about peaceful protest or he even knows about peaceful protest, but I think he's on a losing side. You know, you get the I'm not going to go to an NFL game, all those rhetoric. NFL games are not mandatory. You do not have to go to an NFL game if you don't want. Don't go. These players are going to get paid. And in a country our size, your seat will be taken real fast. So think of it that way. Earlier today, I was watching Meet the Press. They just showed what happened in London between the Jaguars and their opponent. A lot of people took the knee, others didn't, during the national anthem and overseas nonetheless. So the Colin Kaepernick is in full effect. Full effect, better than ways no one could even imagine when he first did this. So I guess it depends on who you are. Now, as for my own personal self, I understand the Constitution and the right to peaceful protest. Peacefully protest. If your protest includes kneeling for the national anthem, peacefully protest. And then that's my take on it. Now, as for myself, I have nothing to protest about. As a matter of fact, yesterday I actually sang the national anthem live over the radio at Genesee Community College. So my patriotism is different than a lot of yours. But for all you who are saying the disrespect of the flag, that's fine. You have your opinion. But we know for a fact that the United States Constitution gives you a forum to peacefully protest. And that's where we're at now. So we'll see later on our own soil as the other NFL games take place around 1 o'clock. You know, yesterday we had a homecoming at Genesee Community College. Wow, what a homecoming. I think what I find amazing about the homecoming was the fact that how Genesee Community College has grown as a educational institution. You know, it's moved from the humble beginnings of Value Tech here on West Main Street. Now it's turned into a large SUNY conglomerate. as you're seeing with the 7 new buildings they have in place. So you have 7 new buildings. That means you're going to have to employ a lot of people, and we'll find out in the future. We'll find out next year. Next year is a litmus test for Genesee Community College. Lots of athleticism. The communication department isn't as popular as it once was, like it was in the 1980s. But you have a litmus test for people who are going to be part of Genesee Community College in the future, the administration, and the things like that that are taking place. When you put buildings like that up, that means you're going to have people to fill them. And it's a good sign to see that they have these buildings, but now it's finding people to fill those buildings and keeping those buildings going for the future. You know, I'm 55 years old. I'd like to live at least another 30 years and see what GCC has to offer then. Hopefully I will, but who knows. In a few minutes, we're going to swing over to the weather, and we're going to use the monitor. Check out DraftKings. I have some photos on my phone over here from yesterday. I have some sound bites from yesterday. So we still have a good ways to go for this half hour. Anyways, this is Good Morning Batavia, and I'm your host, Jason Reese. So let's check out some weather from weather.com. And here we go. .74 degrees here in the city of Batavia, New York. Wow, look at that. Clear. Clear, and I mean clear. There's Batavia, New York in the center. There we go. Wow, isn't that beautiful? There you have it. Buffalo, Rochester, Batavia's in here somewhere. When we zoom back in, see Batavia, New York, right there. Very nice. Clear. Look at that. Isn't that excellent? So I'm going to give you the 5-day forecast. Let me give you the 10-day forecast quickly. And here we are, 10-day forecast. For today, high of 88, sunny. No precipitation. It means you got slight chance, slight chance, slight chance, all the way down to next Monday. So that's a week. But look at the temperatures dropping. And what I look at is the low temperatures. 40s in the lows. So that's about normal for this time of year. We're heading toward winter, folks. See, that's a good disparity there. 15, 23 degree difference. See the difference? So highs are on their way out. These lows are going to be over here eventually. These highs are going to be gone. So that's where we're at, as you can tell right now here. So for today and tomorrow, mostly sunny, high in the 80s. Then we go starting Thursday, high in the 60s. 64, 68. That's still pretty warm. Oh, we'll go back up to the 70s, though. So look at that. Isn't that amazing? It's basically dry, too. That's the scary part about the whole thing. Hardly any rain in the forecast at all. And there you have it. 10-day forecast brought to you by weather.com. You're watching Good Morning Batavia, and I'm your host, Jason Reese. And let's see if we want to do anything else here. Weekend monthly. Let's go to a map quickly. No map? You want to go to the map right now? So what we're going to do then, we're going to swing over to the window and look at some live traffic. And here's live traffic from Good Morning Batavia. And there you have it. Look at that. Beautiful scene of live in Batavia, New York right now. Traffic headed west toward Buffalo. Sparse traffic. Nothing you cannot maneuver around. On the way back, same thing, light. Nothing you cannot maneuver around. Gorgeous day in Batavia, New York. And I mean gorgeous. Let me give you another view you haven't seen before. The type of environment I live in. Very quiet, humble community of Batavia, New York. We know it by now. Settlers, Billy Goats, Lambert's Design, Tops, Batavia Downs Gaming. So there you have it. Live traffic brought to you by Jason Reese Media and Good Morning Batavia. The Jan Dirks years you'll be able to pick up real soon. And we have all sorts of information for sale at Jason Reese Media. Photographs, reports, at very reasonable prices here in the city of Batavia, New York. I'll put them in archives, and they'll be there for as long as the internet is up. Boy, could you imagine going to the Bills-Broncos game today? Wow. What a day for a football game. Anyways, we're going to go back to the desk, talk about what happened at homecoming yesterday, and then we're going to end it by going to the monitor. Yesterday was Genesee Community College's 7th homecoming. I'm fortunate enough to have been at all 7 of them. Very fun time. You know, as I was posting, homecoming is what you make of it. If you think all homecomings are going to be like Animal House, think again. Now, I'm pretty sure there are some homecomings that are like that, but Genesee Community College is different. Yesterday, I did see a lot of students who are much older that were at Genesee Community College, looks like for the first time in years, and they were pleasantly surprised. I'm going to give you a couple of photographs we got here. They had an auto cruise. Very nice cars there, by the way. It's like a 57 Chevy. There's a photo of Al DiPiazza. See that? One of Bill's friends. He's another longtime Batavia resident. Kelly Carson, WCJW. She was a host. Good job. Mike Molly. He used to have a show called The Metal Infection. They were tearing it up back there in the 1980s. It was good to see him. There's a guest who works for the Double Brother We show. I forgot his name. But guess what? Let's hear him say it himself. And I'm in the production room at Genesee Community College 90.7, and I'm speaking with Aaron Sawicki. Aaron, how you doing today? Good. How you doing today? Good for you. First of all, I'm doing very well. And where are you from? I'm from Rochester, New York. About is it 25 minutes away or so? Yeah, right. Good for you. Now I hear you're on the air. Where are you on the air at? You can find me on some of the iHeartRadio stations in Rochester. You can also hear me on the iHeartRadio app. I'm on the Brother Lee show. I fill in for the producer Paulie. That's on Radio 95.1. I'm on the Girl Folk show, which is Fox Sports 1280. And you can find me on the Bob Matthews show on Wham 1180. I also do a lot of commercial work, some voiceover work, and things like that. And I'm starting up a new movie podcast too. Well, good for you. You have a great voice, and it was nice meeting you, and you have a nice day. Take care. Thank you. Yeah. And over here is JT White. JT's on his way out. JT, how you doing? All right, guys. How are things going? Good. Good for you. Good for you. Right now, Red Bull business. I can't complain. Well, good for you. It was nice seeing you. Good, yeah. Seriously, man. It's nice seeing you. You couldn't miss me. Thank you. Well, anyways, for Jason Reese Media, I'm Jason Reese. I'll talk to you later. Goodbye. And that was part of the fun we had yesterday. There's not a lot of people there, but sometimes you don't need a lot of people to enjoy things, as I like to say. There's the American flag, the state flag at Genesee Community College. Yesterday was gorgeous, just like today. Anyways, let me see what time we have here. The time is 10:18 a.m. Talk about myself right now. I did my blood. I had blood work done at the United Healthcare Jerome Center. She couldn't get the needle in at first, and all of a sudden I just looked down and seen all this blood coming in. She goes, "Oh, I felt the first one." But anyways, as always, Jason Reese always listens to his primary care physicians and doctors, and I want to stay healthy. I'm doing my best to stay healthy, and right now there's not really much I can do. Just do what the doctors say. That's the best I can do. And that's about it right now. That was my big health moment for the month thus far. This was well planned in advance. It was planned in April. Now my next appointment at Pembroke Medicine is going to be October 12th, and I'll keep you informed on what's going on here in the life of Jason Reese. As we heard earlier, the NFL and President Trump are at words, along with Major League Baseball and basketball. So we'll be keeping an eye on that. So I'm going to swing over to the monitor quickly and go to like Facebook. You know what? Let's keep it in an upbeat moment. We're going to go to publishersclearinghouse.com and play Mahong Minute. So I'll be right back. You're watching Good Morning Batavia, and I'm your host, Jason Reese. (10:21 a.m.) You're watching Good Morning Batavia. I am your host, Jason Reese. All righty here. Let's get ready to play some Mahong Minute. I love playing this game, by the way. I have so many points on it. I have 12,101,658 points. Boy, could you imagine if each of these points were a penny? Now that would be fun. There we go. Shit, we got on my board here. I'll put that. Let's see what we can do, folks. I like playing this game because it keeps me busy and it's non-violent and stuff like that. And I'm a fan of Publishers Clearinghouse anyways. They're really cool. Problems here. I want to get to these two bonus things. Doesn't look like I'm going to be able to. Oh, we did. I like that. $8,600 on that one. We'll play one more at 10:24 a.m. You're watching Good Morning Batavia. I am your host, Jason Reese. Yeah, I had a good time yesterday at the homecoming. Seeing old friends we haven't seen in a while. Mike Mully was there, by the way. I'll show you a photo of him before we shut down today. In the NFL and the sports world of Donald Trump. President Trump, I'm sure he's a good president, but he's more of a instigating president than anything. You know, you can say all you want about Obama, but he wasn't anything like President Trump. President Trump has gone out of his way to cause problems, from the Nazis and the KKK, to all that other stuff that he's been dealing with in his term. And 10:26 a.m. You're watching Good Morning Batavia. I'm your host, Jason Reese. And there we go again. See, you want to get these bonus things. See, they make them tough to get, though. But that's part of the novelty of the game. And there we have 9,000. So it's 10:27 a.m. We're going to end up at the news chair. And we'll call it. That was pretty fun to play. Visit Publishers Clearinghouse.com games. If you like that game. Half hour goes quick, folks, as you can tell. Only 30 minutes, but that's life for you. And here we go. Let's finish up Good Morning Batavia today. There's Alan. Find Mike Molly here for you. There he is. Mike Molly. Oh, I think I talked about him earlier, actually. The metal. Whoops. The metal infection. Whoops. Do I even have it anymore? Oh, there we go. So next week we'll know more about what's going on with President Trump and the athletes who protest peacefully. You know, the Constitution gives you a form to peacefully protest. And I'm not sure if he knows about it or even cares about it. Some of the volleyball that was being played yesterday. Oh, you know what? Check this out. We'll leave you with this, by the way. That's not right. One more time here. Let's try it this way. Wasn't that? (10:29 a.m.) You're watching Good Morning Batavia. I am your host, Jason Reese. Up-to-date weather. And it looks like I might not be able to get to it, so I'll just do it next week. Oh, hang on a second. Let's try here. I won't be able to go today. Oh, there we go. FM recording.
So it's a nice feeling.
Yeah, it is. I've always said local radio is important because of the way Facebook and all these other apps have marginalized us and going to anywhere around the world in a click of, in a mouse click, in a matter of seconds.
Mm-hmm.
But I've always been a stickler for WBTA. It's important to hear the news in Batavia if you're living in Batavia. I don't mind hearing Rochester news if it's important, but I want to hear Batavia news. And I've noticed CJW does that. They do a lot of Batavia stories if they're important.
Yep.
So we reach out, but you can't reach that far with those two stations. But on the other side of things, like I'm sitting here looking at thinking about the World Wide Web. I'm looking at you go through your apps and how we're just that much closer within a world within a mouse click or a tap of the finger.
Yeah, it's amazing, isn't it?
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. So I want to ask you, what happened at the walk last night? What was it called?
The Cougar Golf.
How was it?
Oh, it was.
And there you have it. Another episode of Good Morning Batavia. Keep an eye on your local news for updates on issues that are important to you. Anyways, for Good Morning Batavia, I'm your host, Jason Reese. Have a nice day. Enjoy the weather because it's slowly changing. And have a good morning, Batavia. Goodbye.
Wonderful. We had a really nice group, and we started out at City Slickers, and we were supposed to move on by 6, but people were having so much fun there, they kind of hung out there for a little while. So it's probably